Club Dub is officially open once again for the Chicago Bears as they beat down the Detroit Lions in Week 10, 20-13. What is going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Bears Week 10 victory over the Lions, in which Mitch Trubisky came out and had a fantastic game. So I'm going to get into all of that. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. I do talk a lot of football on this channel, NFL, especially, of course, the Bears. So go ahead and subscribe by hitting the big red subscribe button down below. Turn on my post notifications and follow me, guys, on my social media, especially my Twitter and my Instagram. That is the best place for you guys to reach out to me, talk, debate, whatever it is. I'm here for you guys. With that being said, I've got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Okay, so let us start, of course, with the offense, okay? And another slow start in this one, okay? The Bears really didn't get going until the second quarter here. And, you know, you start watching that game and you're like, here we go again. Is it going to be a punt fest? And then something happened and the Bears offense started clicking on all cylinders, and it started with that 2nd and 5 right before the half. I mean, the Detroit Lions are up 6-0 and Matt Stafford isn't even playing. He got ruled out before this game, and you had Jeff Driscoll start in this one. So if you thought the Bears should have won this game before that happened, you absolutely were sure that they should win this game going up against Jeff Driscoll. I mean, our defense should have been enough for us to win this game. But, again, you find yourself in a 6-0 hole going into the half. And I'm just thinking, man, this is turning into a disaster. I mean, you thought we hit rock bottom before. It is even worse at this point. And then, like I said, 2nd and 5. Right before the half, Mitch Trubisky throws a absolute dime to Ben Braunecker, our backup tight end. He's not even the back. He's like the third string tight end, I believe, behind Burton and Shaheen. And it was his first career touchdown pass, too, by the way. And it's right down the right sideline. It drops it right in the breadbasket for Braunecker. And that was fantastic, of course, to see, not just for the Bears, but for Mitch Trubisky's confidence. And we go into halftime with the lead, and it's a whole different ball game now, 7-6. Come out of halftime, and oh boy, this offense is clicking. We drive right down the field, 1st and goal. Mitch, throws a sideline pass to Tariq Cohen down the left sideline, and Cohen, of course, using his blazing speed, just streaks in for the 2nd touchdown of the game. And obviously, Mitch was clicking. I mean, he was sitting in the pocket and throwing darts. Now, his game was not perfect. There were definitely some things that he did today that I was not a fan of. But let's talk about the good, and then we'll get into that, okay? So now, obviously, the Bears have a two-touchdown lead on the Lions, and then we get the ball back after we stop the Lions' pathetic offense, of course, for the most part during the game. And now Mitch gets the ball back, 3rd and 9 in the third quarter, and this was the best throw of the game for Mitch Trubisky. This one, along with another one that I'll talk about in a second. 3rd and 9, Mitch sits in the pocket, okay, and just takes it, waits, and Taylor Gabriel comes open, and he throws a dime just down the right sideline. And again, right here, right in the breadbasket for Taylor Gabriel. Again, he ran a great route as well, but third touchdown of the game. And then the Bears obviously had a comfortable lead at that point, 20-6. But this is where I believe they took the foot off the gas pedal. And I hate when teams do this. You play not to lose instead of playing to win. I believe that is what the Bears did. And the Lions, somehow get back in the game. They throw a crazy pass to Kenny Galladay in the end zone. Now it's, 10-20, and then a field goal. So it was just bad. The fact that the Bears had to eke it out, and it should have been over at that point. We should have won this game by 3 touchdowns. Okay. Funny enough, I predicted the Bears to win this game 21-20, and it ended up being 20-13. I'll take it, but I'm just saying. Okay. So obviously the best game of the year for Mitch Trubisky. I know he had a great game against the Redskins, but this one was more impressive to me, okay? Yardage-wise, wasn't anything great. 16 for 23, 173 yards only. But again, you want to talk about the main plays. I mean, the Bears, their offense was obviously in the dumps. I mean, David Montgomery could not find running holes. The offensive line was porous in this one. Didn't give Mitch a lot of time. Bad snaps by Cody Whitehair. They were low, they were high, they were all over the place. A bunch of drops by the receiver. Taylor Gabriel dropped one. Definitely had a bunch of drops that were obviously not happening. So for Mitch to overcome all that and be able to, still keep his head up and confidence going, and to be able to come out and deliver like he did, it's props to Mitch, man. I really thought that was impressive. Now, let's talk about the bad. He needs to stop taking sacks the way he does. I mean, it's good, one thing, to sit in the pocket and kind of wait, it's chaotic outside the pocket, but you can sit there and wait until it, opens up. But here's the thing. When you are waiting in the pocket, don't go backwards. Step up into the pocket. That way, even if you take a sack, it's not a loss. There was definitely a play where Mitch took a bad sack where we were out of field goal range. That would have been a field goal. So that was bad for Mitch. And of course, yardage-wise, 173 is not that great. Now, again, we'll take it. But Mitch needs to obviously be able to put up, a higher yardage number, but the sacks are an issue. There was definitely an overthrow to start the game. He threw an overthrow to Taylor Gabriel. Now, Taylor Gabriel is a fairly short receiver. Maybe the issue is we need to get Mitch bigger receivers. But point being is, for sure, Mitch had a much better game, his best game of the year, but it still did not come without flaws. He was not perfect by any means, but I will take it, okay? Matt Nagy, let's talk about Matt Nagy and his play calling. Fairly good for the most part. I will give it to Matt Nagy. There was times when he got a little too cute still, a bunch of, horizontal plays. And I was like, it's 3rd and 5. Why are we throwing behind the, line of scrimmage? Let's throw it vertical, please, Matt Nagy. But I did like the plays he dialed up in this one for the most part. So a good game, obviously, by both Matt Nagy and Mitch Trubisky. Beggars can't be choosers at this point, so we will take the dub and go to 4-5. But we should have blown out the Lions without Matt Stafford and the Lions defense, how porous it was in this one. So I will take it, but I expect a little bit more. Now, you guys might be thinking you shouldn't expect too much fives. I mean, because the Bears have been a disappointment. But listen, man, I mean, like I said, Mitch could have thrown, to me, easy 250 yards. Allen Robinson at 6 for 86. He could have been over 100 yards. But David Montgomery, 17 for 60 yards. He could have had more. I didn't like the fact that we didn't feed Montgomery more. A lot of 3rd and shorts, we didn't run the ball. I didn't like that. But again, I've been very hard on Matt Nagy, and for good reason. So I'll ease up a little bit on him and say, you know what? I like the play calling, and of course, I liked what Mitch did. So again, to sum up my overall thoughts, I believe this was the best game of the year for Mitch Trubisky. One of the best games of the year for Matt Nagy in terms of play calling. I was very disappointed in the Bears defense. I believe we should have easily been able to get one or a couple turnovers in this one against a quarterback in Jeff Driscoll. I'll tell you this much right now. Without Hakeem Hicks, this Bears defense, it just does not look the same. We're missing something, and I'm starting to get a little worried about this Bears defense. I know majority of the year they've carried us, but folks, I mean, where are the takeaways? Where are the turnovers? Where are the sacks? Jeff Driscoll was able to move the ball up and down on this Bears defense. I mean, we won this game, but I'm telling you, folks, he was moving the ball, okay? So I'm a little worried about the defense. So offensively, progress. Defensively, it's going down. So one game at a time. We're 4-5 now. We moved to 3rd in the division. I don't want to look ahead, even though we've got the Rams next week. But one game at a time. Let's just go from there. But again, offensively moving up, defensively moving down. But that is how I feel. So let me know what you guys think. What were your thoughts on the Bears beating the Detroit Lions? Leave a comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. As always, thanks for watching.